Jesus cursed the fig tree and by force, according to some, drove out the temple traders. How do you explain this in light of God's love? First off, fig trees are not people. They don't have sentientness, and they don't make decisions, and they don't sin. So this was an object lesson. He used the fig tree to give an object lesson that those who are pretentious, pretending to be fruit bearers, but actually have no spiritual fruit, will wither and die. And that was a simple object lesson of the fruit tree. So this was a very loving demonstration, saying that what happens if you actually embrace the methods of the world and put on pomp and circumstance and externals, but you have no spiritual fruit, that you will wither and die. That was the source there. Regarding driving out the temple traders, he was also giving an object lesson. The temple was an object lesson for your spirit temple. And those traders were showing the corruption of sin and selfishness. And he turned over the money tables, spilling the money tables. And if you notice, he took a cord and made a whip and cracked the whip. In the culture, who responds to cracked whips? Animals. He cracked the whip because there were animal trading going on and drove the animals out with the cracked whip, not the people. And if you read the story, after he showed this power and did this, so there's people who stayed by. Who were the people? The children stayed by. Now, if I were to act in such a way in church, to turn over the communion table and the pulpit in such a way that all the elders run out, do you think all the children would come running down to me? See, Jesus did it in such a way, it did not frighten the children. And what he did, is my view, is if you see the same thing when they came to arrest him, when they fell down, he let a little divinity flash through, a little love and virtue and righteousness flash through, and the sinners and the wicked couldn't tolerate it. Like Moses faced, they backed away, they ran from it. But the innocent children were drawn to it, and they ran to it. So that's what happened there. So yes, it was a beautiful example of a loving God. But you'll notice how people with the penal view will take this beautiful story and they'll turn it into an authoritarian God using a whip to crack people over the head and drive them out by force. It's such a perversion. I hate it. Go ahead.